Hello, everybody.
Hey, everyone.
Happy to be with you tonight. Yep, we're hanging out with the pups. It's a stormy night. Josie's thinking I'm saying hello to her. Hi, Josie. Come on, let's get back. We're going to have such fun tonight. Can't wait to talk about all the fun things. Hello, everybody.
Hello, everyone. Yay, I think we are live everywhere.
We are super excited to be with you tonight. I have my two little ones. There's a storm going on outside, so they're a little nervous and want to hang out with mom for a little bit. So we're going to hang out together. But so happy to be with you this evening. We're going to talk about all the fun things that Amazon's going on for their spring sale. Yep. And we've got lots of fun home and kitchen gadgets and some puppy dog things, related things too, that we're going to talk about today. Can't wait to share them with you. Say hi to the chat. We'd love to know where you are. Are you guys having any of the storms that are going on through the Midwest right now? Or are you having snow like Hillary?
Yeah, I've got snow going on in my neck of the woods. And it totally tricked me this time around. Usually I'm prepared for, you never know in March if it's going to be warm or cold, and you'll have these really nice days. But this time it actually did. I was like, all right. We're at the end of March, and
you made it and beautiful. You made it through,
and then it snowed, and I was like, "Oh, I was tricked! I got stuff for like making smoothies because I was like, tomorrow's going to be all warm and then snow on the ground. I was like, it doesn't feel like smoothie weather.
More like hot chocolate weather.
Exactly.
Oh, gosh.
Exactly.
Well, we've got some great things to like snuggle up with your pups or hang out in the kitchen, get nice and warm and toasty if it's chilly or stormy where you are. We're enjoying the spring, starting to see some daffodils and things come up in the ground and get some color outside. The grass is just barely starting to turn green, but it's fun to see the new colors. One of my favorite seasons is spring. And we're so happy that Amazon has a big spring sale. And we want to tell you about some of our favorite finds that we absolutely love. Makes our life easy, makes it fun, makes it so much more enjoyable. Some of these gadgets that we have are really game changers, and we're super excited to share them with you. So the first thing we have is this.
Speaking of weather, we're transitioning right in.
So that's a great transition. Yes. I've got this really amazing indoor-outdoor thermometer weather station. I love it. Our old one that we had died not too long ago, a number of months ago, and I ended up getting this one. It works amazingly well, and it's so simple to put together. It has two components. You can see on the left there's the little remote sensor. On the right, in my right hand, is the actual weather station. You just plug a couple batteries into each, and they talk to each other instantly. There's no little buttons to press or anything like that. They automatically dial up. It's not like hooking up your printer to your computer, where you have to like push a button, sync it in, like make sure the Wi-Fi is working, all these things. And of course, it takes forever and ever to get your printer up and started. This gets up and running so fast and so easy. And one of the things that caught my eye about this is when it comes in a bunch of different colors, so you can get it to kind of coordinate with your decor. But I love the big dial on it. And there's so much information on this little weather station. It's unbelievable. Oh, and I'm showing the little kickstand too. So you can either hang this on the wall or have it stand on a table, which is really nice. The sensor does hang outside. You want to hang your sensor in a shaded spot, typically under like an overhang or something. You don't want the sensor directly in the rain or anything like that. And just to protect it from weather, but also to make sure that it gives the most accurate reading. So I'm showing up close here. The temperature is the first big bold number. And of course you can do it in Fahrenheit or Celsius. So the 58.4 is Fahrenheit on there. It's a nice big dial. That's the outdoor temperature. Then the next piece down shows you on the video, it was sunny. If you look at mine, it's raining on mine right now because it's raining today. And then it gives you the humidity. So in the video, it's 76% humidity outside. And then you've got and I just showed the little light. You can just touch this little light on top, and it'll stay on for 10 seconds and then it'll come off. But then it's also got on the very bottom row, it's got the outdoor temperature on the far left. So 69 degrees is what it's saying on the one in the video, and 66% humidity. And then the middle number there is an index, an outdoor index. So it could either be, there's a little button on the back, you can toggle it through either the heat index, the mold index, or what's the other one?
Pollen, maybe?
Let's see. I wrote it down because I knew I'd forget. Oh, dew point. Okay.
Oh, gotcha.
So again, kind of humidity. So you get tons of information. There's also little arrows. I think in the video I show next to each of the outdoor information, outdoor numbers, it'll have an arrow, a little tiny arrow to the left of the number, and it'll be either up or down or pointing to the sideways. If it's pointing sideways, it means that temperature is stable or the humidity is stable. If it's up, that means the temperature is moving in an up direction, down is going down. So it really gives you so much information in this little bitty weather station. I absolutely love it. It works so well. And I went through and read before we went live tonight. I was really curious because it's very accurate for me, but I read through a bunch of the reviews and everybody is saying how accurate this what little weather station is. So I highly recommend it. It's so easy to use. It's so nice to be able to know from inside the house what is the temperature outside, especially if you have puppers like we do. Because if I have to throw my coat on the first thing in the morning, I kind of want to know what the temperature is outside. I want to know if it's raining or snowing, or if it's really humid outside. It's really nice to have that information in a glance. And I just think this is the neatest little weather station ever. I think it would make a great, great gift. Mother's Day is coming up, Father's Day. This would be a fun Father's Day gadget to give. I know seniors love this. It's nice to know like what the weather is outside for them. They're always checking, what's going on out in the world. And it's fun to have this little bit of extra information as well. So again, highly recommend it. The sensor and the station can actually communicate together up to 330 feet apart. So they don't have to be like right next to each other. You can hang the sensor outside and have this little weather station in your living room on the table, or your coffee table in the family room, or in your kitchen, right? So it's super easy. I love this. Highly recommend. And it's on sale. So
yeah, it is a huge discount. So it is 44% off. So if you've been considering
I wish I had
under $20. You
I did not pay that. Let me tell you, this is totally worth it. It's so worth it. I highly recommend for sure.
That is such a cool one. And it's got really great reviews as well, as you mentioned. So
and I just love the look of it. It's really sleek and modern. I like the little light display that comes on. It's simple, but it's powerful. It's got a lot to it. So great, great gadget. We're kicking off with a good one.
So this is, I'm actually using it here to hold my phone as we're streaming this, but this is my charging dock. And it may seem silly, but this has made, I've got this a couple years ago. I got this for my nightstand, and just having everything have a place to charge on your nightstand that's all compact and everything is amazing. So you can see it's got a USB to a USB-C that plugs into a brick. And then you can, as soon as you plug that in, it's got lights down at the bottom that'll let you know if it's on. You want to make sure you don't have like a wallet or anything on the back of your phone case so that it can actually set up against the charging area. There's a light there in the middle where you can see that it is charging. So that sort of gives you a visual indication. And then the place for your AirPods, again, you can see it light up. So you will know if you actually hit it on the right spot. You didn't have them turned upside down, all that sort of stuff. So that makes it nice just to kind of confirm, yes, it's on there, and yes, it's charging. And then you also have a space for the watch up on top.
Oh, cool. So, it's nice not to have all those wires and stuff too.
Exactly.
It's nice and clean.
Yep.
Nice and
clean. It's such a, seems like a little thing, but to me, like it made a big difference on my nightstand. And it's something that you use every day. So if you're fiddling with wires every single time and trying to plug things in and charge things, this is just so much more streamlined. Everything has its own place. I love it. It does. I think it comes in 2 different colors, and then it is 23% off right now for the sale. Great. So, and the sale is ending tomorrow. So
I know
any of these deals that we're talking about, things do sell out. So just wanted to, keep it in mind. If there's things that have been on your list or things that you're like, oh, I've always wanted one of those, grab them while they're on deal, and grab them before they sell out, before the sale is over as well.
Yeah, some things that actually I was gonna chat about tonight were pulled out of the sale. So so they might still be available, but they might not be at this amazing discount. So yeah, it's worth jumping on it as soon as you can. We want to make sure. And we've gone through and done a lot of research and like finding all the good things. We want to make sure that you get all the best deals, especially at the last hours of the sale. We don't want you like having to spend time trying to find the things that are gonna make your life a little easier. Hopefully what we're showing you tonight is going to do the trick, and you're going to save a ton of time and a ton of money doing it. That's the goal. Oh yeah, my ring light. So I've got that behind me too. So the video is me unpacking it, kind of installing it, putting it together. It is so easy to put this little beauty together. And I use this every time I go live. I don't happen to be using it right now. It's right behind me, but it's great. It's got a little 3-leg tripod stand. The polling system, is kind of an accordion. It goes up for as tall or as short as you want it. I'd say you could use it on a tabletop. It's not necessarily a tabletop ring light, one of the little ones, but you could totally use it on a tabletop if you wanted to. And then here I'm showing you can increase the intensity. So if you look at my hair in that video, you could see the light is getting brighter or dimmer. And then it also has on the little remote switch, it also has a switch that'll allow you to change it from here. I'll turn it on. So I've got it on, and then I can make it brighter. I don't know if you can tell that it's getting brighter. And then I can make it less bright, dimmer. And then I'll bring it up a little bit some more. And then you can switch the intensity of the light. So you can have cool light, warm light, or natural light, which I love. So there's lots of options there. Super nice. And then as you're seeing in the video, it also comes with a little remote control. So you can also like use that to start your camera, start and stop the video, or take pictures or anything like that, which is nice. And then it also has, as you can see in the video a little better, but it has 2 phone holders. So there's one in the middle of the ring light that's pretty much a 360 degree, like it's on a ball swivel, and it can go, and the arm can bend and go pretty much in every direction. And then it also has a swing arm on it that has a phone holder on it as well. I'll turn this off. And then this also is perfect for doing like content development. If you're just filming something on a table and you want the camera above for the view there, or side to side, I've had this stand. I've actually just used it as a phone stand too, without the light. I've taken it outside. I don't have a particular nice camera. I use my iPhone for everything, my phone for everything to take pictures with. So I can just set this on that and use it as kind of my phone, my camera tripod kind of thing. And it works out great. We've taken Christmas card pictures with this and everything. I highly recommend it. I've had 2 of these. This one, the newer one, has a little more elevated features to it in terms of it expanding and contracting with the little, it used to have dial knobs, and now they have kind of these like snap enclosures and things like that. But the arm can expand and pretty much go in any direction. There's just tons of flexibility with this. And it's had a lot of really good reviews, and I've had a couple of these for many, many years, and I would highly recommend them as well. And again, they're on spring sale. So if you're looking to do any kind of content creation, or if you just want a nice little tripod or something like that for your phone. It's a great resource to have on hand. I love it.
Yeah, it's nice. It has kind of all the features all in one package, and it packs up pretty small, which is nice too.
Yes,
So.
I travel with this for sure. Yeah, it all collapses down to about 1.5 feet by a foot, so it's easy to travel with. It comes with a travel bag as well. So yeah, I definitely recommend it for sure if you're looking for a selfie ring light. And I've had some that aren't bright, they're not even worth the time or the money of purchasing them, because the light that they emanate is so dim or abysmal. Like, it's just terrible. So this has a nice bright light. I really love it. It's great. Easy to use.
Next, I have a couple of favorites. If you've been around a little while, you've probably heard me talk about these ones before, but these are
these are
a 2-pack of headlamps, and they come, so I have just the black ones here, but they come in all kinds of different colors. So if that matters to you, you can get almost any color under the sun. But they are amazing. So one of the things that we have an RV, or had an RV. We're in the market for our next RV, but one of the things that we love is actually having headlamps that are available right at the door for hands-free, whatever it is that you're needing to do. And these are just so convenient. And the thing that I love about these ones is they're rechargeable. So you're not putting batteries in them, because for things that are going to be sitting like over seasons and things like that, your batteries can corrode in them and ruin the electronics, all that sort of stuff. So the fact that these are chargeable and they hold a charge like crazy. So
that's great. You need that. That's what you need it for, right?
You need
great.
You need it to work when you want it to work. So, and these ones really do hold a charge. So you can see, I'm just going to turn this on here, and you can see it lights up right here. That shows you how much charge you have. All those blue lights there.
That's a nice feature.
Yep. And then it has different modes. So I'm not going to, it'll kind of look like it's strobing here, but it has just a solid on, a brighter, the side pieces of it then are lit up here.
The side lamps. Okay.
Yep. And then a red lamp, and then a red strobing lamp as well. But one of the really cool things, there's the strobing.
Yep.
And there's just on.
Okay.
So one of the cool things about this is it also has a motion. A motion sensor. Motion sensor. So when if you're really wanting to be hands-free, you're not trying to fiddle around with trying to find the button to turn it on and off. You can just hit this button here. And then when you move your hand in front of it,
I love that.
It'll turn on and off. So that is perfect. And it also has a tilt feature. So you can actually have the light where you need it.
Yes.
So
that's great. Rather than adjusting your neck to where you need to point to, you can actually adjust the lamp itself, which is so nice.
Yep. And it's a really nice bright light, LED. And then if you hold the power button, so you don't have to cycle through everything in order to find your power button again, you just hold your power button or use the motion sensor if you have that on. So that is what it looks like in the front. These are your little motion sensors down on each corner. And then, like I said, the tilt feature, this has fantastic reviews, and I can definitely attest to the fact that they are really well made. They really hold a charge. The light is nice and bright, and that hands-free motion sensor is just amazing. And you get a 2-pack, which is awesome for the price.
That's great.
So,
36% off.
Yep.
That's an amazing deal.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that you can use these are so versatile. You can use them when you're walking the dog. You can use them when you're doing automotive repair kind of stuff, mechanical stuff. And then I remember the story you told. You got these because you were going to go camping, right?
Yep.
And if you want to get up in the middle of the night and go to the bathroom or check outside, it's nice to have lights because you're not in an area where there's like street lamps and all that kind of stuff. And if you're using a flashlight, your hands are full. It's nice to have hands-free light when you're outside.
So, and especially for us, because we travel with the dogs. So having I usually have my hands full with both of them. So it's nice to have hands-free light. Like it really is. I was skeptical. I didn't think I would use it. As soon as as soon as I realized how convenient it was, these are you just grab them as soon as you need them at the door, and they're always right where you want them. Like this is such a good one, and it's great. Like obviously you got storms and things like that going on right now. It's nice to have something like this just for being
power
prepared.
Outages.
You know where they are. You're gonna have that light that you need when you need it, and I highly recommend these. Great little 2-pack set.
That's awesome. That's sweet. All right. We're going to jump into, this might be a little strange, but I love this. And in fact, this is omega-3 oil. It's actually omega oil that's got omega-3, 6, and 9 in it. And it's made from wild Alaskan salmon oil. I was really, really particular about, I won't even say in the past tense. I was going to say when I was shopping for this, but I am really, really particular about what goes in my dogs. Like I want to make sure that I give them the best that I can give them. I try to do the best research. I'm not perfect, but I really try to do everything I can to make sure that they're well cared for. And in the wintertime in particular, this would be great in the summer too, but in the wintertime here, it gets cold and the furnace kicks on. And I have a little Chiweenie that loves hanging out by the furnace, that hot blowing air. Yeah. She loves it. I'm nervous that she's gonna get all this hot air in her lungs and end up with pneumonia or some crazy thing. I'm an overprotective mom, but one of the things that it does bother her is her skin gets really dry. She's got a really low coat. She's not real furry pup. So her skin tends to get drier in the winter. And because she's just living in front of the furnace, the vent, she's getting hot air blowing on her all the time. So I wanted to, rather than, I've tried topical oils and things like that, and that does help. But she's also a licker, and she likes to kind of lick stuff off of her. So I wanted to give her something that was going to last, that was going to kind of fight the problem from inside and not just externally. So I ended up researching and finding this. It is made in the US. It's got really great ingredients. So it's got pollock oil, wild caught pollock oil, wild caught salmon oil, all kinds of great stuff in it. The other thing I love about this, I like fish. I like to eat fish foods. I don't like the stinky smell of fish. It just, especially if it's something that's sitting on your counter, you're going to use it every day. I just don't want the smell of this stinky fish in my house or in my kitchen. This stuff is all bottled up. This is open right now and I can't smell any fish smell. It comes with this little pump. And this is genius because it tells that it makes it easy to dispense exactly the amount of oil that you need. So it's just one little pump for my little 10-pound dogs. I think it's one pump for every 10 pounds or something like that. So you know exactly how much to give. And I just put a little bit, one pump in their food every morning and they're good to go. They love it. They lap up every last little drop of this. The bowls are cleaner than before I put the food in. I'm they love this stuff. It's so good. And I know it's good for them. And then omega oils are also great antioxidants. So they're going to help their natural health immune systems as well. So I think it's a really great additive to put in your dog's food if if you're worried about them getting too hot in the summer or too hot in the wintertime, their coats are getting too dry, or if they have skin issues, or if they kind of lick their paws or lick their feet or all that kind of stuff. This is something that's going to help soothe their skin. It's going to make it so much better for them and help them be a little happier, a little healthier, and all that good stuff. So I highly recommend it. And it is 20% off today. So a really great buy. This is the larger bottle. I started with the smaller one because, again, I wasn't sure if they were going to like it or how it was going to work. And this works really well. My little pup's coat is nice and shiny. I give it to both of our dogs. Even I just like, it can't hurt. Again, the antioxidant benefits help them no matter what. And so I ended up upgrading to the larger container. This is 16 fluid ounces is what I'm holding. It's obviously the more you get, the cheaper it is. So, I'm going with a bigger bottle this time. And I would, again, another something that I would highly recommend for sure.
And the other thing that's nice about that one is actually how it's packaged too. So there's no light that gets into that oil to like help to,
so it doesn't spoil.
It doesn't spoil faster than
right.
So like the way it's packaged is really, really thoughtful as well.
Yeah, no, I think this was genius. You don't have to it comes strapped down. So you just twist, just like any kind of little pump, you just twist it open, it's open and you're ready to go. But yeah, helps their skin, helps their joints, like all that kind of stuff. Aging pups, like this is a great thing for them as well. So yeah, highly recommend for our silver seniors, our little pups too.
So, and I have a little dog item here as well. So this is the Pet Honesty Fresh Breath Dental Powder. So this is a new product to me. So my pups got their teeth cleaned at the very end of February. And during that cleaning, they both got a clean bill of health, but Hank's was 100%, you're doing great. Hazel's was, you're doing good, but there was just the tiniest bit of gingivitis that was starting to form.
Okay.
And so I was like, okay, well, now that they have their teeth all bright and shiny and clean, I figured I would try to give one of these. I've seen different types of dental powder before. So I did some research, found some good reviews on this one. And so we've just been using it for roughly about a month. And now because their teeth were brand new cleaned, I'm not seeing things like, oh, it takes off the tartar or anything like that. There wasn't any tartar to really remove because they were already clean. What I'm trying to do is maintain that cleanliness over time. But what I can say is they have not had any stomach upset or anything. It does have probiotics in it, which I think is helping with the digestion in particular. Hazel has kind of up and down as far as digestion goes. So, and I do think that this has helped with the probiotics that are included in that. And as far as Fresh Breath, now neither one of them, they're pretty young yet. So neither one of them have really, really offensive, like as soon as they're breathing next to you, you can smell it or anything. So I don't know that I notice too much of like the difference. But it does smell nice. Like when you open it, it's minty. And I was a little bit worried. Now my dogs will eat anything. They're really super food motivated. They love food, but you never know. Sometimes something that's, it's a kind of strong smell on this. I was afraid, well, maybe they won't like it. Didn't bother them one little bit. I just put a little spoon or a little scoop of it into their food. So that's the size of the scoop. So Hank gets 1 scoop, Hazel gets 2 scoops. And you can see we're almost down to the bottom of this jar here. Yeah. So far, they've been doing well with it. Hasn't caused any digestive issues. I think maybe it's had digestive improvements. And just over time, I'll have to see, like, particularly the real test will be in about a year from now when they go back to get their teeth cleaned again, just checking and saying, like, so how do their teeth clean, or how clean are their teeth? How is that gingivitis? Has it, improved over time, all that sort of stuff. So if you are considering it, I feel like this one for me has been a good brand. Haven't had any issues with it.
That's great.
It is a bit of an investment, so getting it while it's on sale is always a good thing. So we definitely have this one in our cart just because why not take advantage of saving a little on it?
For sure. Exactly.
So this next one is Grab the video. This product here, which is a whole grooming kit. So the Nikasa grooming kit, and
this is the coolest thing ever.
It's basically a vacuum for your dog, so you can vacuum your actual dog. So I do have a video showing using it. Let me just grab that.
This is awesome.
So this, you can see, this is primarily for Hazel because she is our biggest shedder. And it does have 3 different speeds. You can kind of hear.
Yeah.
In the video there. I was a little nervous when we first got it that Hazel would be afraid of the vacuum sound. She doesn't care one little bit. She loves this thing. She runs as soon as she sees it come out because she wants to get brushed. And I love this particular brush. It works great for her type of coat.
Yeah.
So you just brush down, and then you can see there's a little button on the back there that I'm pushing that'll push the hair up so that the vacuum can then suck it into the little container.
Gotcha.
So right there, you can see that. And it comes with a bunch of different attachments. So there's obviously that particular brush that you're seeing that I was using, but it also has a shaver.
Oh, nice.
It has just a regular vacuum kind of attachment. So for like your couches, upholstery, that sort of thing, a nice little crevice tool, and then a larger brush that also has that button that you push to push the hair up, and then it sucks that hair right down the center there.
Nice.
It works really well. I'm impressed with it. It's easy to empty. You just pop this off.
Okay.
And then there's your button here that drops this open and all the hair falls out. There's a filter here that you can change out and clean. And everything like clicks nice. It has like obviously all the little spots for all your different attachments can fit on here. So far, I've been very, very happy with it. We've had it for quite a while now, and Hazel likes it. She loves to get to use it. Hank, it also works for Hank too. It's just he doesn't shed quite as much, and his hair is so much shorter that it isn't as much of a problem, and you don't get to see quite as much. With Hazel's, you get to see a nice full container full of hair there.
So, I can only imagine my little fluffy Josie. There'd be a ton of hair in there for sure. She's part poodle.
This one is 38% off right now during the sale. So if you were considering getting one, again, it's a little bit of an investment, but it definitely can make your life easier. And if you're considering getting one, definitely get it while it's on sale.
It's $50 off.
Yep.
That's huge. You should totally get it. This is the time to get it. And there's only a day left. So grab it now. It's totally worth it. All right. So I have this, we have invested in the Blink security cameras. I really wanted something that I could install, and you could see they all have a little foot that gets screwed into the wall, or this is the kind of overhang in our around our roof, and there's a little spot on the back. You just push it in place. It just kind of snaps in place, and then you can tilt it and turn it in all kinds of directions. It has a little skin on it. You can get separately, you can get skins that are different colors to match the exterior of your house, which I absolutely love. This is just another angle of me putting it in. Again, it comes with the screws. You just need a screwdriver to screw it in place. Super easy. You can see it's kind of like a ball bearing that rotates, the little ball attachment, and you just, again, snap it in place. I'm doing it one-handed here, so it's a little awkward. I'm filming with one hand and pushing it in with the other, but it is actually super easy. And again, you can tilt it and turn it in all kinds of different directions, depending on how you've got it installed. You put in a couple batteries in the unit itself, and then it comes with what's called a sync module that you plug into your router. So actually, this little sync module is its own kind of router. And so that the router talks to your router, the little sync module talks to your router to pick up the Wi-Fi signal, and then the little sync module talks to all the cameras around your house. You just need one sync module for each camera that you get. You can see the little, I've got it set to record for 10 seconds. Records, I think it is 10 seconds recording, but then it's 10 seconds off. And then the little blue light will come on. So you can see it's recording me right now. So the little blue light comes on when it's recording, and then it goes off when it stops recording. And I only have it set to that. So you could have it constant on if there's motion. It just saves the battery, just by having it turn on and off every 10 seconds. And then it sends that information to a little flash drive. So you get all the information stored locally on your own little flash drive or in your house. It's not up in the cloud. It's not, if you're worried about security and you want to make sure like whatever gets recorded on here, isn't out in cyberspace, you can have that option. Or there is an extra service that you can pay for. I think it's free for the first 30 days. When you put this in, they kind of automatically gives you the cloud service. But there's a backup cloud service where everything goes up into the cloud. And if you want to keep paying for that service, you can do that as well. I don't think it's all that expensive. I want to say it's like, I don't know off the top of my head. It's probably like 10 or 12 bucks a month. It's not a lot. But I like to have I like the option of having all of the videos and all the recordings like in my own possession, so that I know like they're secure and all that good stuff. This is so easy to put in place. It's so easy to use. You just download the app on your phone. You give each camera a name and tell the sync module, which one it's talking to. And then you just check your app, and it'll tell you once that little blue light comes on, it little pings your phone and says, hey, there's a motion in front of your, garage door or wherever you've got this hanging. So it's super easy. I love it. We've been traveling a lot over the last year or two in particular, just to see family. And, it's just nice to know we have people to check on their house, water the plants, whatever, while we're away. But it's nice to know when you're pulling up in your driveway that, nobody's been in your house, or, or is still in your house when you walk in the house. It's kind of a little, safety and kind of reassurance. It just, gives you some peace of mind.
Yeah.
And I really love this system. It couldn't be easier. And I have to say, true confession, I only get these cameras when they're on sale. It's so worth it. The deals are unbelievable. I'd say it's worth getting them when they're not on sale, but it's so much better when you can save, a ton of money. And they're not super expensive, but they are an investment. And if you can save, let's see, we're saving $30 today. Yeah. So that's a nice chunk of change. And if you're going to get a couple of them, of course, you can get packages of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or whatever. And the more that you get at once, obviously the better the deal. But yeah, to save $30 on a camera, why not? Like this is the time of year to get these. And again, these are kind of idiot proof. Like you don't have to be a techie to know how to put these together. So I highly recommend. And again, they don't come with it. They have little sleeves, little silicone sleeves that you can use. So if you want to kind of hide it, right? It just wraps around. So you could see where I was hanging it in the video was up against like a white backdrop. So I got a little white sleeve, and it also helps protect the camera, keeps some moisture out and all that good stuff too. So it's also a nice little protection to have, but love it. Totally would get these. These Blink cameras also, there's a newer model that actually plugs in. So if you have outdoor, outdoor plugs, outlets. You can have them plug in, then they're always on. As long as you've got power in your house, they're always on. I have all the battery powered ones. They're based on lithium batteries, so they last longer. They last up to 2 years, depending on how frequently something is
right.
going in front of your camera. But yeah, it's a nice peace of mind kind of thing to have, and I would highly recommend them for sure. For sure.
Well, and I love how easy they are to use. Like that makes it so much easier, because it only works if you can actually use it. So, that
these are kind of dummy proof, honestly.
Having it be super easy to use.
They're kind of dummy proof.
Difference.
Yeah. And if you go with the clouds, the cloud service, it already automatically signs you up to it. So you have it, and then you just pay that service. So you don't even have to worry about where it's stored and how it's stored and all that good stuff. So it's nice. I'm a little I kind of wanted to have it, my own control over it. So I just bought a little flash drive, plug it in, and again, super easy. You don't have to be techie to know how to do this. And I'm sure Amazon would be happy their tech support would be happy to help you walk through any steps if you have any questions with anything too. So highly recommend.
So my next one is my little travel charging case. So again, I showed the earlier kind of nightstand version of this, but this one is our travel version. So here you can see it just folds up into this amazingly little compact area, and then has a place for your watch, your phone, so cool. And your AirPods. And I just love this thing. And it really does charge quite quickly, which is nice. And it's perfect. Again, when you're on vacation, you don't have to have different cords for each of these individual. And it's probably not just you, it's you and the rest of your family. Yeah. Different cords for all of the different pieces and stuff. It's nice to have it just all in one little kit here. And then as you can see, you can use the phone charger. So that charges, but you can also use it as sort of a mount for your phone as well. So if you want to watch something or have it.
That's so nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Have it up so that you can,
What a clever little device. That is cool.
Watch your phone. It's really nice, well made. Mm-hmm. It all kind of magnetizes together here.
Okay.
And then you have this nice case. It comes with a brick and then the charging cord, and all of it fits into a nice, convenient little travel pack here. So I can't recommend these enough. It really is a nice one. And it really does charge quickly, which is nice. And that magnet is strong enough to actually hold your phone so that you can watch your phone if you're using it as a stand. So
that's great.
It's another one that, save a little bit on it. If you've got travel plans coming up right now, like this time of year,
spring break.
Tends to be a time for travel. Like this is a great little kit. And it's a perfect gift idea too. Like this is something that you may not think for yourself, but if you give it as a gift, they're going to love it. And it's going to be something that's really useful for the person that you're giving it to. So again, it's a fun one. Nice and compact.
I love it. Well, and especially if you're traveling, like you and your spouse, you go to a hotel, sometimes there's only like one place to plug in your phone, or there's, so it's nice to have options where you can get your devices plugged in, he can have his devices plugged in, all that good stuff. Yeah, it's nice. Or if you're staying with family, sometimes they don't have like those outlets, those USB outlets and stuff like that in the guest room, and you're wandering around the house. Can I plug my phone in somewhere? It's nice to have that for sure.
So right. I'm actually looking. I have a video for this as well, so I'll pull that up too. But please begin.
Yes, I will. I will be happy to. I had to take this out of our family room. We use this. We're using this all the time. especially in the wintertime. We use this almost daily to have a humidifier in the house just to combat all that dry air.
Yeah.
It helps keep you healthy. You know, it adds moisture into your lungs and your skin and all that good stuff. So humidifiers are really important to us. And this one is by far, and I don't know how to say this without sounding cheesy. This has definitely been the best humidifier we've ever purchased, and we're so happy with it. We use this daily, pretty much all day, every day, unless it's raining outside and there's moisture in the air. Naturally, we're adding additional moisture because our furnace kicks on and when it's chilly outside. So I love this thing. It's a top loader, so you don't have to carry anything to the sink. Now you can push, there's little buttons on the inside, on each side that you can push to lift the lid, and you can take this over to the sink and fill the tank. But the convenience of just loading it right from the top is so great. First of all, I would say use distilled water. That way you don't get all those little white dust everywhere. You know, I don't know if you've used a humidifier and after a week or two, everything in the house is covered with like that white film. And that's from all of the minerals in, typical tap water. So we've definitely kept with the distilled water with this humidifier, and it has made it's a game changer. It keeps the machine cleaner. It keeps your house cleaner. It's so much better. But it comes with, if you don't have distilled water, it comes with, and I'm showing in the video, this little demineralization little unit. And you soak this in water for about 10 minutes, and then you plop it into the tank, and it will demineralize your tap water for you so that it'll help prevent that white dust and everything from getting in the air. So that's something brand new. I've never seen a humidifier have that feature as well. So I love that. It has not only an on button, but there are 3 speeds. This is kind of low, there's medium and high, and there's just touch button. So you can see in the video, I'm just lightly touching the panel to get whatever desired humidity I want. There's also a 4, 8, and 12-hour timer if you want to use it on a timer. So let's say you put it in a kid's bedroom and, if they're not feeling well or something, if they're using it. So I'm holding the book up there so you can see the steam, basically the amount of steam coming out. And then, there's the timer for 6 and 12 hours. I'm sorry, 4, 8, and 12 hours. And then it also has a fun little night light on it as well. It lights up. So if you want to have a night light on it, you can do that as well. And I absolutely love this thing. It's so nice to have this nice cool mist. It runs up to 35 hours at a time, which is crazy. It'll run all day if you need it to. It has about a gallon's worth of water in the tank. So you're not filling it up all the time. I think the gallon, we usually use it on like the low setting, and the gallon of water will last all day, if not 2 days at a time. So it just depends how much humidity is in the air. But I love that it's perfect for every room in the house. Again, I would highly recommend this. We use it all the time. I just noticed there's a little oil tray in the back here. I forgot to mention.
Yeah, that's what I'm have on the video here. Pause
that out. Yep.
Yeah.
And it comes with its own little pad already. It's just a little felt pad that's already in there. And then you get 2 extra little felt pads, but it's an oil diffuser. So if you want to put like lavender oil or whatever, chamomile or any kind of oils on there, lemon or citrus smell, that'll also, make your house smell pretty too. So it's got that feature as well, which is super nice. But yeah, easy to use, easy to clean. Again, it's got these 2 little buttons on the side. So you can get in there and clean it out. So you're not like reaching in and around components to try and clean it if you need to. But yeah, the distilled water for us has been a game changer. I know I said that before, but it has kept the unit clean. It's kept our house clean. It makes the maintenance on this a lot easier as well. But yeah, I highly recommend this. It's so nice to know that you can add humidity to the air. You're going to feel better. our pups are going to be better. Like it's actually helps with your furniture and things like that too. Obviously there's a control. You don't want things to get too wet. You don't want them to be too dry. So this helps keep everything a nice balanced moisture in the house. And yeah, I highly recommend it. We've used the heck out of it and it's held up beautifully. So
yeah, I love how big and open not only filling it, but tank. Also the tank. So cleaning it, but filling it, all you have to do is bring the gallon to the actual unit. That makes it awesome. Right.
Yeah, you're not dragging, because we were dragging stuff from the sink and then you're dripping water everywhere, getting back to the base. It's got all the features and bells and whistles. It's got bells and whistles that we don't use. Like we don't use the timer on it, or we don't necessarily use the little night light on it. Here, if I turn it on, there's a little night. I don't know if you can see the night light coming on and off. But yeah, it's got more than we could ever possibly need. And so happy with it. I would highly recommend. And what is it? It's 31% off.
Yep.
So yeah, another really great buy. Totally worth it. It'll keep your house happy and healthy. I highly recommend for sure. Definitely.
So, my next one, you've heard me talk about before if you've been around here, but
I love that. Yes.
My Instapot. So this amazing. Is the Whisper Quiet pressure cooker Instapot. And I have some video here for this one as well. So that's
that looks like my humidifier.
So that's the actual sound. So, and if you've ever used a pressure cooker before, you'll know that's a lot more quiet than an average pressure cooker. Yeah. And the really nice thing is where the control is to release that steam is really far from where it actually releases. So you don't have any concern about having your hand close to the steam or getting burnt. There's a ton of different options. Your pressure cooking, your slow cooking, your yogurt making, all kinds of different options on different ways that you can use it. But one of the other things that I'm showing here is it's really nice because it has the digital display that'll show when it's warming, when it's cooking, and then when it's actually in the keep warm phase. So you're not guessing, has it actually finished its cooking part of the,
that's nice.
Or is it still getting up to temperature? Is there something like, has this taken a really long time and it should have already been up to temperature? Do I need to add more liquid to it? Something like that. So it has a really nice digital display here on the front that tells you what it's doing. So it'll tell you if it's cooking. It'll tell you if it's at keep warm. It tells you not to open the lid when it's still under pressure. All of those things are really, really nice. I love all the features of this one. One of the things that I love the most is this entire lid can be taken off and put into the dishwasher. So
nice.
You'll remove the silicone ring and put it on the top shelf. You can remove the pieces here from inside this area and put them in the dishwasher, but then the entire lid can also go in the dishwasher. So not only the stainless steel liner, but also the entire lid. So everything, it's just so much easier to clean.
Yeah.
This thing gets so much use in our household. This is the 8-quart, so it's the larger version of this one. But I just love it. It is really, really well made. It is held up beautifully. And the ease of cleaning makes it like a step above for me. That makes it so much easier. And it does come with, so you could see, I have this red silicone gasket here that's in this one. It comes with 2. It also comes with a little steamer basket as part of what's included with it. So you get those as well. And you can replace the gaskets too. So those are obviously replaceable, but it's nice to start with 2, especially because they do hold on to smells and things. So if you're using one for like savory dishes, and if you use your Instapot for also like sweet dishes, then you can swap out the gasket that you're using so that it isn't holding on to, the smell of soup when you're trying to make a cake, you know?
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I love that. I don't have an Instapot. If anybody's watching and has one, please write in the comments. Let us know what you think of yours, what recipes you use for yours. Yeah. I haven't. I might have to do this because it's what 29% off, almost 30% off. Like that's such a great deal.
Yeah.
And I know you've talked about it a number of times. I've never used an Instapot, but I hear so many wonderful things about them, and I would love to hear if anybody else has ideas on what they think about their Instapot. That would be so great to share your thoughts as well. I think they sound amazing. I can't believe you can make yogurt in them. Like that's crazy to me. Like that's unbelievable.
I definitely think so. This is obviously a very large. It's a pretty big size.
It's a family size. Yeah,
average 2-person household, the smaller size would be a great size as well. So just depending on your needs. But the thing that there are obviously lots of different versions of Instant Pots. I got this one in particular because I really wanted that whisper quiet.
Yeah.
And I wanted something that was nice and big, but also that was super cleanable, super easy to maintain. So that was huge for me. And it is held up incredibly well. It gets used at least weekly in our house. And
what's your favorite thing to cook in that? Like what's your favorite thing that you've made?
Well, I tend to do some really easy, like a white chicken chili, things like that are super easy to do. But also just like one of the things that I love to do is shredded chicken for other recipes because you can cook it from frozen. So you can pop them in frozen chicken breast and pressure cook them.
How easy is that?
In such a short amount of time.
Yeah.
Shredded pork, like if you're doing pulled pork sandwiches for a party or something like that, a nice big pork butt you can put in here, and you get all of the benefits of slow cooking.
Yeah,
in
like a crock pot.
Such a short amount of time. So, or even just like braising something for hours and hours and hours. You can get that in because of the pressure, because of the way the technology is working. You can get those results that kind of fall off the bone sorts of results in a short amount of time. So
that's great.
I love it. And it, especially for things like parties or doing, large gatherings or a big family, something like that. It's really nice to be able to, do large batches of things.
Yeah.
And the cooking from frozen, like cooking a chicken breast from frozen in,
so nice.
A number of minutes, that makes it super, super easy.
Yeah, and for sure. I love that. That's great. Thank you for sharing that.
Yep.
It's a neat one. All right, I got another neat one here. This is my micro popcorn popper. This is so cool. I love the design of this. It's a microwave popcorn popper. It's a tempered glass jar with kind of heat resistant bottom and top. The lid, first of all, it's got a nice wide opening. You could eat out of the jar, like out of this instead of pouring it into a bowl, because it's got a nice wide lid on it. Or the nice thing about it is not only can you pour your popcorn into a bowl, but you can actually season it in the bowl and then just shake it up and make sure all the seasonings get dispersed. But the lid on this is crazy. They call it a 3-in-1 lid. So obviously it's a cover when you're putting this in the microwave to pop so your popcorn doesn't go flying everywhere. But it also is, I grab some popcorn just to help with my little demonstration here. But the lid is actually a measurement device. So there is a line, a little ring around the top here. And you can see it's got perforations that I'll talk about in a second. But you can fill this up to the ring, to this little ring. And that is half a bowl of popcorn, or half a popper of popcorn. If I do this twice, then it's full. It's a full, you're filling your popper up with popcorn all the way to the top. So this would be like a family size portion, or actually a me size portion.
Yes, I was going to say, well, it depends on your love of popcorn, because I'm like, That's a 2-person, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. So it's great. So the lid will help you measure the exact amount of popcorn that you need. There's no butter or oil in the jar, in the pot. Hi, sweetie. I know you heard that's not for you, Pop. Yes, I know. So it is healthier. So you can cook it just like this in the microwave if you want. And then if you want buttered popcorn, that's why they have this perforated lid, is you can put like 5 or 6 tablespoons. Now, some people say 2 or 3, but you're not really coating all that popcorn.
Yeah.
I was reading reviews again today just to see what other people are thinking, if they love it as much as I do, which I have not found many bad reviews on this. I think one of the things, the bad reviews that you see is actually the popcorn. So that's what I was reading again and again, is it's not the popper, it's the popcorn. So some popcorn pops better like in an air popper or on the stove. But anyway, it has a little spot for you to put pads of butter. And I would recommend not like the softened butter in a tub, but like sticks of butter. Just cut up a bunch of cold butter and put that in the top. And then if you want to season your popcorn with like cinnamon and sugar or Parmesan cheese or anything like that, you can, so you can have sweet or savory popcorn if you'd like. So there's lots of things you can do to satisfy your popcorn cravings. But I have heard nothing but great things about this from reading the reviews, and our family has absolutely loved this. We use this all the time. It makes great tasting popcorn. There's hardly any popcorn that's left unpopped. Yeah. Now, they don't want you using the popcorn setting on your microwave. They say to pop it anywhere between 2.5 and 3 minutes, depending on the wattage in your, if you've got like 1100 watts on your microwave, which is kind of standard. But you just listen to it and it tells you, however many, if it's, you don't hear it pop between, like 2 or 3 seconds apart or something, then it's time to stop it. The other thing they say not to do is to stop the process and then start it back up again, because then you're going to get burned popcorn that way as well. So I think that's what's happening with some people that are kind of complaining about their popcorn. Either the popcorn isn't work. Like sometimes you get stale popcorn or dry popcorn. It has to have some moisture in it in order to get that poof, right? So anyway, but I have not heard anything bad about the actual device. And for us and our family, it's been a great, like, popping perfection. Like we love it. It's so fun.
That is so fun. So, and it's so cute. It's also adorable. So that makes
so many fun colors, like tons of fun colors, like super
and
cute.
Is it dishwasher safe? Like,
yes, totally dishwasher safe. Now, one of the reviewers said she's had hers for like 5 years now. I've only had mine for about a year. She said she hand washes hers because she just wants to make sure that, the glass itself doesn't crack, or that it, like if you put it in the dishwasher and it knocks up against something else, she's just nervous about that happening. But it says it's dishwasher safe. We put it in the dishwasher. It's worked just fine. But yeah, she's used this gal that did a review, like a really long, like go to the site, like look at the reviews. She wrote like a really long, like every year she's updated her review. Like, okay, it's this year, it's the 3rd year, it's the 4th year, it's the 5th year. And I still love this popcorn popper. So this is a really fun design. And wouldn't this be like the cutest little gift too?
I love that. And you could tuck in some different little
movie tickets, or they used to be Blockbuster, but maybe Netflix gift cards or some kind of fun things. But you could get some boxes of like old-fashioned candies to go with it, make a whole little movie theme, a movie night with your family, some fuzzy socks, a nice little a plush little blankie, like all kinds of fun things.
That would be so fun. I love that. And like a dorm room type of gift or something like that would be really cute. Yeah. Perfect
college gift or first apartment gift, or newlywed gift. They get their own popcorn popper. So lots of fun. Mother's Day is coming up. This would be fun. My dad absolutely adored popcorn. So like he would love this too. So easy to use. Again, I love that the lid is both the measurement and like the butter dispenser. It like melts the butter as it's popping and stuff like that. So really fun little gadget. Definitely highly recommend for sure.
And it's adorable.
It is absolutely.
And that precious. One is 20% off as well. So
comes in so many fun colors.
Yep.
Really.
Under $16. So you can like it. It would be such a fun gift idea. I love it as a gift idea too.
Just looking at it makes you smile. Yeah. Like, I mean,
exactly.
It's just adorable. Reminds me of like the 50s, you know, little diner kind of thing. But yeah, I absolutely love it. Would highly recommend for sure. You're going to be like, the best gift giver. Whoever you give this to, you're going to be on their A list for a while. So yeah, highly recommend. It's a lot of fun.
So that is our lineup for this one. We hope that you have enjoyed it, but also just a reminder, these are ending, the deals are ending, things are selling out. So take advantage of them while they're still available, restock on those things that you can save a little bit while they're still on deal. And if there's some things that you were looking at that you were considering, like now's a great time to save a little bit for those items.
Right. And share this with your friends, like let them know too. You know, we want to make sure that everybody takes advantage of it. You know, our wallets are not always fat. Sometimes they're skinny, and this keeps some of that extra green stuff in our wallets when we get to take advantage of big sales like this. So thank you, Amazon, for the big sale. We appreciate your big spring sale, and we're super excited to be a part of it. And hopefully we've inspired you to get out there and find a couple things that you like or love, things that are giftable to you, something that's going to pamper you or your pups. And we'll be back again shortly with some more fun Amazon items and maybe even a craft project or two. So stay tuned.
All right,
Thanks so much, everybody. Have a great night.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.